Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is not my jungle, it's my spare bedroom, but we do keep some plants in here. You can see I have a little cheap Amazon greenhouse over here that I will link down below for you guys if you are interested in it. It's really, really inexpensive and easy to put together, and let me tell you, especially over winter, huge difference with some of the more finicky, humidity loving plants. So anyway, welcome. If you are not new here, thank you for coming back. Most of you probably aren't, because this is an update video on all of my imports that I've received over the last month or so from Aroid Asia and Aroid Market. So I wanted to go over how each of them is doing, what I did as soon as I got them, how I've been acclimating and rehabbing them, and then we're gonna repot a bunch of them as long as their roots are looking good. So you guys would have seen me unbox 4 plants from Aroid Market about a month ago, and then you would have seen me unbox 8 plants. They sent me 8 plants, you guys. That's crazy. From Aroid Market about just under 2 weeks ago, I want to say, or it might have been 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, I think I unboxed them about 2 weeks ago. So I don't know. I'm going to link those videos for you guys who have already seen them pop up on the screen. They'll be after the video as well if you want to watch those, or go watch those first if you haven't seen them, and then come back here if you like unboxing videos and you want to see my wow face. That's my wow face. Anyway, I don't know. I'm in a weird mood today. I'm really tired. I posted on my community page yesterday. You guys would have seen that I'm just kind of like having a bad week. Today's Thursday. This video was supposed to go up today. So we're filming it and editing it and throwing it up all in the same day. But I've been having a hard week. This is a hard time of year for me. Anyway, there's lots of things to be happy about, including the fact that most of these plants are alive and growing and doing stuff. They're doing stuff, you guys. So anyway, I wanted to start with Aroid Asia because I got them first, and they've been chilling for like a month now, and I have them in different situations. So this one's been in frame, so that's one we're going to talk about, and it's the Philodendron Adabapoense. So it put out this new leaf. I have it in perlite. It had really beautiful roots, as you guys saw, and I have been just leaving it in perlite, and the roots still, for the most part, look good. So we're gonna get in there and see what this one's doing. It's been in the greenhouse, so it's growing like these crazy aerial roots, like they're coming up out of it. So philodendrons seem to really, really take off in perlite for me. It's super duper easy. I know if you guys watched me unboxing some plants a while back, I unboxed some philodendrons from a friend of mine and was like, let me try perlite propagation for the first time. Ever since, those did really well, and I will definitely show you those in another video because I have to repot those too. Like, go over my philodendron collection with you guys, because I've collected like a lot of philodendrons in the last few months, or since my birthday, really, in October. Honestly, I've just been acquiring a lot of philodendrons. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? No. No. You want to be in the video and say hello, then say hello. Say hi. Hi, my name is Treasure Pants, and I'm a dirty little leaf nibbler. Yeah. Anyway, this is my cat. You can't eat the plants. Go eat your food. I give you tuna. So anyway, what was I saying? Yes, philodendrons like perlite. I forgot my repotting mat, so I'm just going to go run and grab that really quick, and then we're going to get in here and see what this looks like. And then I also, the rest of them are pretty much in perlite. I have my painted lady in perlite. My Brill Marks is in here too. This one I did not import. I purchased this from somebody on Instagram, and I've just had it rooting in here. This is another one we need to do in another video, but I just have it in the same one as this painted lady whose roots are not looking great. But she's putting out new growth, so I don't really know. Let me go get my repotting mat. All right, so I got a pillow to sit on too because my legs start to like go numb because I'm literally just sitting on the floor. I might have to drop the frame a little. So, got my repotting mat. I'm just gonna snap these edges together because I moved my seltzer so I don't get like perlite dust in it. Normally I would cover my face, but this perlite is damp, so it should be fine. And I'm probably gonna order like better quality perlite. They make like bigger perlite that's not so dusty. So I just usually get the Espoma perlite I have here, and it's very fine. I think they make like bigger, like chunkier perlite. Anyway, Adabapoense. Let's get in there and see what she, I mean, her roots are literally like attached to the sides of this. Is it like moss? I might have to get it wet to like get, I didn't bring any nursery containers in here. Ugh, I'm slacking today, you guys. All right, so most of the roots look good. Some of them are definitely donezo and need to be cut off, but then there's still some really healthy looking ones in there too. I did sterilize these. I just used a lighter. Definitely be careful with fire. And I'm just gonna get in here and try and determine like what needs to be cut. Like this root definitely can go, but as you can see, it started like branching off. Can you tell? So that's good. That's a good sign. It's normal for some of the older roots to kind of die off a little bit. This one's brown, but it has healthy roots coming from it, so I'm gonna leave that alone. And other than that, I think that's good. I think we're good. That's it on the rotted root situation. It's just the tips of some of them got nasty. So I think that this philodendron is ready to be potted up. What do you guys think? See if I can find the right size container for it, because I really don't have that many. And here I was thinking that I did. It's just a lot of root. But maybe it'll fit in here. Or should I put it in here? Maybe I'll put it in this one. Oh, this like I got it at like Home Depot. Yeah, I got a begonia in here. A Rex begonia. No wonder why it's no longer with us. So for these plants, I do want to use a chunkier soil mix. So I just want to open this up really quick. This is my De La Tank's soil, which I love. You guys would have seen me review this like a year ago probably, or whenever she came out with it. Not long after that I snagged it and repotted some plants with it, and they all were really happy. But then I still have my regular Next Gardener soil that I kind of mix the two up. I like this one because it has the chunks of like the cocoa coir and pumice. It has compost in it, and I'm pretty sure that it has pieces of charcoal. So I like that about it as well. Helps keep the soil clean. I'm just going to use this mix straight for the philodendrons because Aroids like the chunkier mix for sure. I like to stay nice and aerated. Love this soil. So do my plants. They've all done really well in this soil, so definitely recommend it if you guys haven't tried it yet and you want to. It is definitely Jacqueline's Jungle approved. I know Carmen Whitehead likes it as well. She uses it for most of her plants too. So just such a great soil mix. I feel very confident putting my imports in this soil, and that is why I ordered more of it recently. I haven't had it in a while because I didn't want to risk putting them in anything else, if I'm being honest. So that's it. Philodendron, it's a little wobbly. I need to water it and then it'll be a little more stable in there. But here's my Philodendron Adabapoense from Aroid Asia. New leaf here that just came out. Isn't really completely done hardening off, but it's a beauty and I love the shape of these leaves. Where am I gonna put it? I don't know. We gotta clean out the greenhouse. I have been slowly like taking plants out of there that aren't doing well or don't bring me joy anymore, and just making sure that I have room for the new ones. So I don't know if you guys know if this guy likes extra humidity or if I can just keep him out. I have room near my humidifier, but David and I next week are going to be doing a lot of cleaning and reorganizing, including my plants. So hopefully by the end of the month, fingers crossed, you guys will have like a full in-depth plant tour, because I'll have everything kind of like rearranged and something worth showing you, because right now it's kind of just a mess and I know that you guys don't care. You want to see it anyway, but I care. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next philodendron, which is this painted lady, and I honestly think that I might need to keep her in perlite for longer because her roots don't look great. They came with really great roots, but I feel like most of them have died off or rotted. So I don't really want to risk putting this one into soil just yet. Might just stick it back into the perlite with the burl marks. But she has put out a new leaf. This one's new since I've had her, and it's beautiful. Love the variegation on it. So I'm not worried about it. I have another one that was rotting and then it stopped. So hopefully we'll have two to pot up together fairly soon. I'm just going to snip some of these really sad roots off. It does have a couple of new, like nice pinky white ones right there, so you can see that. I do think it'll benefit from being in here for just a little bit longer. So I have no idea how this one's doing. I'm assuming it's rooted, but that's for another video. So should I put it in a different one? No, I'll just throw it back into this one. It's fine. Sometimes they share cups. And with the perlite, what I'll do is I'll just make sure that there's a little reservoir of water here, but that it's not touching any of the plant, just the roots, and that it can kind of take up whatever it needs. So it looks like there's a root along the bottom here. This burl marks has probably got crazy roots in there. It's been in there for a long time. So definitely stay tuned for a general like repotting and like chat with me style video coming soon. I have a lot of things that I want to talk about. I have a new, I guess you can call it a series that I want to do where we repot and just kind of like chat about something that's not necessarily plant related, but more like health and wellness related, since that is what I do. I'm studying to be a dietitian. I'm taking some time off right now for various reasons that I won't go into. I went into it in another video. You guys can watch if you want to. But I'm very much into, obviously, like health and wellness and mental health as well. So I thought it would be fun to do a series where we just sit down and repot some plants or do some plant chores together and talk about something that's important. And if I can educate even just a little bit or give people just a slight bit of comfort knowing that they're not alone in some of the feelings, then that's so, that just like, it feels so rewarding for me, and it feels amazing to know that I'm helping anybody, somebody, even if it's just one person. And it's therapeutic for me too to talk about it. So anyway, the next plant that I got from Aroid Asia is this Syndapsis Silver Hero. You guys saw me unbox. So this one's doing fantastic. I've just had it in water and the roots look great. If you could tell because of the glare. But the roots look really good. There's definitely a few that have died off, and that's completely normal with an import. If not, losing all the roots sometimes is normal, kind of like what happened with this painted lady. All the original roots died off, but it's working on new ones, so that's okay. And I lost a leaf here, but now it's growing. It's growing in a very strange manner, to be honest with you. I'm kind of just letting it do its thing for a little while before I snip it, propagate it, and share it. So yeah, Syndapsis Silver Hero. I think that I might leave this one in water, if I'm being honest with you, just because it's doing so well. I have it in one of my modern botanical frames, and it kind of just trails and looks really nice there. So I don't feel like I want to put it in a pot right now because I don't actually have one to put it in or anywhere to put it. So until I have like a specific place that I'm ready to put this plant, I'm just going to leave it in water for right now. Because like I said, I am going to be reorganizing, and then I might have a place for a trailing plant. I definitely need to cut it and probably share it with some friends. Silver Hero, absolutely stunning. Beautiful silvery leaves. You guys know I love Syndapsis. You know I love a silvery leaf. So that's that story. The most exciting plant from this import, if you guys remember, was the Aglaonema pictum tricolor. So I'm happy to report that it's alive. Is it looking like super perky? No, just the new leaf. This is a new leaf that it put out. And let me get closer to the camera because you know what? I was very confused as to what this plant was doing right here. You see this? What is this? It's putting out a new leaf, and it's got these three like bud things. Like it looks like it's blooming. What are you doing? It's lost one leaf, which is normal. And the rest of it's been doing fine in perlite. I've been making sure that I just keep the perlite moist and not soaking wet because this is such a thick stem that I was afraid to rot it. And it's working on another new leaf right here. You see? And then it's got these weird bloom things happening. You guys, what is happening? I don't want it to bloom. What am I supposed to do with these blooms? Does anybody have like another plant where we can like pollinate? I don't even know how that works. All I know is that I'm really eager to get in here and see what these roots look like. So we're just going to be really careful and dump out this perlite because I can't see any roots through here. Oh, ooh, ooh, they look good. They look good. They look good. Yes, girl. Oh, you put out new ones too. Look at you. Oh, look at all those new ones at the top there. You see them? These ones? Because it was like pretty deep in there. Oh, you look so happy and healthy. I just think that it's not getting enough water in the perlite, and I was afraid to rot it, so I wasn't like keeping it too moist. So these leaves are just really thirsty. But otherwise, like really healthy. This plant is so healthy. Oh my god. You guys. What am I gonna put it in? That's too small. It was the Philodendron container would have been a good one. Plants of Steel, Sansevieria. Probably killed it. You think this is too big for the roots? Crap. This is too big, isn't it? And then this is too small. Is it? Is it too small, or would this be okay? Do they like to have room, or do they like to be more root bound? I'm struggling with this right now because I'm really afraid to kill this plant. But it was in this little thing, and it was doing just fine, so I feel like it should be fine in this almost 5-inch container. I hate that these aren't exact. It's so annoying. It's like 4.5 inches. 4.8 inches. You guys are so annoying sometimes. I love how I talk smack about Costa Farms just as much as I talk about how much I love them. Like, it's very much a love-hate relationship that I have with Costa Farms. So my favorite part is when they watch my videos and then they comment on me talking crap. I love you, Costa Farms. I know you're not watching this because your name's not in the title this time, but they do watch the ones sometimes where their name is in the title. And I was talking about how ugly the white pots are for the trending tropicals, and that like we're just as consumers like really tired of them. We're like, I'm really sorry that you don't like our pots. I was like, crap. I'm like, no, listen, the pots are fine. I just have like 20 of them and nobody wants them. I keep trying to give them away and nobody wants them. So, like, to people in my life, you know, like family members that aren't even into plants, and they're like, no, they don't even like them. Ugh. I'm just saying, like, a little variety never killed anybody. But that is always funny when they comment on me. It's kind of like, you know, when you like talk shit about a celebrity and because you never expect for them to hear about it. And then they respond. Who did that recently? Somebody did that recently. Oh, I watch Bachelorette. I'm like, that's like my guilty pleasure. Like, that's my like trash TV that I watch. And I'm a really big Caitlin Bristowe fan. She was always my favorite Bachelorette. She's super down to earth, just like really cool girl. So she like responded to somebody online that was like a total nobody, and she was just like, let me explain myself. That was like talking shit. And I was like, you go, girl. Like, you never know. Like, there's still people, you guys, you know. I got mad at somebody the other day for calling Britney Spears crazy, and I was like, you don't understand what she's been through, okay? Don't go there. All right, so that's that for now. I don't think that that's a really good size container for this to be in, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I don't have anything like in between. I either only have these like 4 or 5 inch ones or these like really big ones. Should I have put it in a really big one instead? You guys, I'm really conflicted right now. I feel like this should be fine for right now, but you guys let me know, and if you think that I made a huge mistake putting this in here, please let me know and I will 100% put it in something bigger. But it's standing up on its own in here. Do I have like a dead plant? I have a ZZ Zenzi that I'm supposed to give to some. Who the hell wanted my ZZ Zenzi? Can you please remind me? Because please DM me if I'm supposed to send you a plant, because I forget, okay? I need to write things down. I brought it out here because I was going to ship it to somebody, and I don't remember who I was going to ship it to. But anyway, here's my tricolor. We have a lot of plants to get through, so I'm going to shut up and put this over here. And we're going to water all of these, obviously, when we're done. So those are the plants that I got from Aroid Asia. They all came completely beautiful with amazing roots. They all still have amazing roots, except for the painted lady. She lost hers, but as you saw, she's growing new ones, and she's perfectly healthy and fine. Philodendrons are really easy. Everything's doing great. So definitely recommend Aroid Asia. Also recommend Aroid Market. They sent me twice the amount of plants, so I feel like they had more opportunities for things to go wrong with the plants that they sent me, even though their shipping was much faster than Aroid Asia. It actually just didn't have anything to do with them. It was DHL. It got held up at customs. So those were in the mail for 10 days, and then they've been in like this perlite or like water situation for like over a month. So that was that process with those. I will happily update you guys again in like maybe another month or so about how they're doing, you know, transferred to soil and all that good stuff. But these I've only had in here for about 2 weeks. So speaking of philodendrons, one of the ones that they sent me was this beautiful philodendron Florida Ghost. And it looks like they had it growing in moss because the roots look mossy. But that's that. She's got some pretty decent roots on her for sure. Some of them aren't looking their best, but they're not dead. So there's a few that I'm definitely gonna snip here, just because like I don't want anything rotted to continue to rot up the roots into the base of the plant, and that's how you lose your plants to root rot, because the rot keeps on spreading. So what's cool about these though is you could see where the root stopped rotting and then a new root started growing from that same spot just above it, which is kind of cool. So definitely just want to make sure that everything's good in here. A lot of the times if you just kind of like pull gently, like rotted roots will just kind of slide right off, which is a good way to tell if they're rotted as well. You definitely want to touch them. So here you see I have a really nice healthy root up until about that point. So I am going to cut it right there. It is okay to trim your roots. It doesn't hurt them. And it's got some new ones coming in, some aerial roots. Oh, and some new leaves pushing out. Starting on some new stuff up here. I don't know if you could see. So this is my Florida Ghost Philodendron. Super pretty. And I should be able to fit it in one of these smaller containers. I just don't like that they're not very deep, but this one will be fine in here. This looks like I just picked it up in a freaking nursery, and I'm not mad about it. Ooh. Okay, I am mad about losing some of the good chunks of like the cocoa coir. I love it. Love this soil. It's very like chunky and aerated, but the cocoa coir helps like hold on to just the right amount of moisture. So that is that. Let's move that one aside, and then I don't even know what to do with these, you guys. Okay, so I had more issues with the plants that I got from Aroid Market over Aroid Asia. So in here we have a Emidrium Silver. I'm just gonna, oh, that's definitely rotted. Oh man, okay, hold on. Let's just take them all out. I have the Emidrium Silver here that looks like it's doing perfectly fine. This bottom leaf looks like there's something wrong with it though, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Okay. And then I just have this like long runner. So I think somebody told me this plant wants to climb. The roots are not looking great. This is why I don't like putting them in water. I really think the perlite works better, you guys. Like most of these roots are rotted and just coming right off like noodles. Not good noodles, like overcooked noodles that are just mush. That's a bummer. So this one's gonna have to go into perlite. And we're just going to root it up that way. So, but they've only had 2 weeks in here. The other ones were in there for longer, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Take it however you want to, you know what I mean? Like somebody wanted me to record this even if I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I never imported plants before, but I know enough to know how to root them and take care of them and know what's healthy and what's not. So, okay, we got rid of a bunch of unhealthy roots, I think. Like I said, the rotted ones will kind of just come right off. And this one's nice and strong at least. So, not much left from where we started, unfortunately. But I think that I'm going to put it where I had my tricolor and let it chill in some perlite. I'm not going to fill it yet because I'm probably going to have to put more plants in there. So this is the Syndapsis Silver something, Sumatra. Someone said it was a Homolamina, but then someone else said that it was a Syndapsis, and then I looked into it and did find the name of it, but I can't remember it, so I'll put it on the screen for you. So same thing here. Some of the roots definitely rotted in the water. I don't know why people say to put, I get like put them in there for a few days to rehydrate them, but maybe don't leave them in there for longer than that. I just feel like I like to reroot them completely so that I can have confidence in their root system. Not terrible, not all of the roots are rotted, just some. So as long as I get most of it, it should be fine. Super satisfying to cut these, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this should be fine. I mean, it's a Syndopsis, so it takes a really long time to root, but it does have some new, like it has this new little like aerial root coming in right here. And I think this is a new growth point right here, so we'll see what happens. I'm sorry, the phone blocks the light coming from behind it, because I actually just like to use the natural light. If you guys haven't noticed, that's why sometimes the lighting is always different and it kind of shifts in and out sometimes on like cloudy days. So I know it's not the most professional way to do it. I have the lights, like I have all the professional lights. I don't actually like using them. I feel like they look very artificial. So, okay. We're making our way. Making our way downtown. It's fine. So this was the Philodendron Giganteum. It has put out a new leaf. The variegated Giganteum. This was the stump that I was unsure if it was rotting, and it pretty much looks rotted now. So that's cool. It put out a new leaf though, so that's fine. But it's definitely not looking great. It doesn't smell like rot. That's so weird. I don't know. Oh shit, and another, so we're gonna have now another one. Can you see it? All right, well, I might just hit this with hydrogen peroxide again, because that is what I did as soon as I got them. I told you guys that when I unboxed them, that I was going to hit anything that looked rotted with the hydrogen peroxide, and then put it in perlite and just check on it again in a couple of weeks, because I've had such good luck with philodendrons and perlite that I think this should still be salvageable, because it's growing and it's happy. I lost one leaf, I think, off of it. But otherwise, it's doing fine. I love it. It looks like a giant marble queen, and the leaves get huge on this thing. That's why it's called a giganteum. So I'm going to set this one aside because we're going to hit that with the hydrogen peroxide, and then I'm going to put it in a container of perlite instead of water, and then I can get some of my mason jars back. Moving along, we still have 3 more plants here. I have my Antheriums in here that have been in water. I'm starting to really hate this whole water thing, but these roots look fine. Oh, and they have new ones, so that's good. Definitely got some yellowing leaves here. I got a crispy one here, but the newest one still looks beautiful. So I think that we can definitely put this one in some soil and it should be fine. Just get rid of those yellow leaves. Got a little crispy, but from what I've seen of most people's Antheriums, that seems a little bit normal. And then it's definitely working on some like stubby thingies up here, and you could see all of the new roots that have come off of like the old ones. I know it's really hard to tell because I'm so white and the roots are white, but you can see like the little spaghettis coming off of the little ones. So I think I might pot these 2 up together just because I don't really have room to have them separately. I get that they're 2 different plants, but this is the regular Clarinervium and this was the silver blush. So this one put out a new little weird wonky leaf. since it's been in the greenhouse. I don't know what it's doing, but all the roots look and feel perfectly fine. So I definitely need a big pot for this one because this is a lot of root. And this one doesn't have a lot of root, but I think I'm gonna put them together in the same pots just to make life easier for myself right now. So, oh man, there's no way to like go about this where the roots aren't gonna have to like kind of lay around in the soil, which is fine because it pushes it to one side and then I'll have room for the other one. Hopefully this pot is big enough, but I mean, like, how deep can it go? Don't answer that. I'd really like to get a grow cabinet, but I don't have anywhere to put one. So that's kind of a bummer. That's a wonky looking plant for sure, but it'll sort itself out once it has like a light source that's just in one direction, because right now all the leaves are kind of going different directions. So that's that. My silver blush and my clarinervium all in one pot. So hopefully they're happy in there, because girl, I don't know where else to put you. And then that is it for the plants that need to go in soil. These ones are gonna go back in a perlite here. Thankfully, again, this perlite is wet. Like I said, it's moist, so it's not dusty. I do not recommend working with dry perlite without covering your face. Dust can get into your lungs and actually damage your lungs. So you don't want that, trust me. And yeah, that's that. That's the Emidrium Silver, and then the silver Syndapsis species that we don't know. We have one plant left. This one, again, I'm going to put in hydrogen peroxide and then into a glass of perlite here. Probably a taller one. The wider one might be fine. Yeah, we're going to put that into perlite. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. So the only... make sure we don't drink this. Are you thirsty? Actually, yes. The longest video ever. The last plant that I'm going to show you, because we didn't notice the variegated sotorite isn't with us, because it died. It rotted like within a few days of me putting it in perlite. It had very little chance to begin with, and I also heard from some people that that plant potentially has mosaic virus. I reached out to the seller. They said that it's been tested over a year ago. This was like a concern that I just didn't know about because I wasn't really collecting philodendrons anyway. But somebody did comment about it, and then I looked into it and did find that there was an issue going on with the variegated sotorite from like a specific region sometime about a year ago. Over a year ago now, probably. But the seller did reassure me that they do source it properly and that it has been tested and it does not have a virus. I know that it looks like it probably does, but it doesn't. So you can purchase it and feel safe bringing it into your collection, because I have been reassured that the plant has been tested and it is not sick. So take that how you want to. If you still don't feel comfortable having it in your collection, then you do you, boo. I'm probably going to order another one eventually because it was pretty, and hopefully it doesn't die this time. So the only other plant that I was worried about was this Alocasia species, Dragon Scale Borneo. So I didn't take any of the dead leaves or anything off because I wanted to show you guys. I've had it in water because that's what I was told to do, even though I did not want to stick this big rhizome in water. All the roots have rotted, which I already knew, but I wanted to show you how they just come right off like that. And then I don't think the rhizome is rotting. It might be like just slightly down here is a little bit squishy, so I might just like slice that off a little bit, but otherwise it's fine. So what we're gonna do is cut off all the leaves I'm sorry. And then I brought a container with me. My friend Alan told me that I can 100% just do this in water and it'll be fine, but it is starting to kind of like rot and I'm not into that. So I'm going to hit this with hydrogen peroxide as well, just to be safe, diluted hydrogen peroxide. And then I'm going to fill this container. Oh, there's two. Never mind. I'm going to fill one of these containers, because I don't need to, with perlite, and then I'm just going to lay it on the perlite because it should, it's a healthy rhizome. It should push out new growth. I mean, it does, it has a couple of little like nubbies that you probably can't see where new growth would come out from. So as long as we get something out of it, like it should be fine. I don't know. I've never had to like do this with an alocasia before, but he's kind of like an alocasia expert, so I took his word for it that it would be okay in the water and it wouldn't rot. But I told him I just feel more comfortable with the perlite thing, and he was like, you do you, boo, like whatever like makes you feel better, because water just like equals rot to me way too often. So I am going to pause you guys for a second because I'm going to hit these two with hydrogen peroxide, and then I'm going to fill them up with perlite, show you the finished product, clean up a little bit, show you the finished products, and then that'll be it for this video. So I'll be right back. Okay, fam. So I did the hydrogen peroxide thing. I cleaned up a little bit. I did the perlite thing, so I just wanted to show you what I did. I put the Giganteum in this mason jar full of perlite, and I have a little water reservoir on the bottom here that's about this wide. The roots are all the way up here though, so I just kind of shoved them in there. I'm not gonna lie to you about it, but this new leaf is really pretty, right? It looks like a marble queen, but like I said, these get gigantic, hence the name. And then I put, this looks weird. I put my little rhizome on top of some perlite. The perlite is dry, so I'm going to take like a mister and get it moist because I don't want it to be soaked. And then I have like a little top that I will probably poke a couple little holes into. Is this one or two? I'm very confused because there was two bottoms. I think it's just the one top. So it's just going to go over it like that. Then you have your alocasia takeout. So Antheriums, gonna give everything a nice thorough watering. Florida Ghost. I can't get over this one. It looks like I just brought this home from the nursery, doesn't it? In this little container. It fits perfectly in there. So that one. Then we've got the Philodendron Adabapoense. Love this one. Love the big long sword-shaped leaves. Love the lobes. I thought I was going to lose this leaf because it's like kind of chlorotic, but it is still living and it's pushing out new stuff. So I ain't mad at it, that's for sure. So there's that one. And then I have my painted lady that I put back into perlite, so I will definitely be repotting this one probably with the rest of my philodendrons when I go to repot them in a week or two. Hopefully it'll have more roots by then so that it can be repotted. Still in perlite is also my Emidrium Silver and the silver species Syndapsis. I have my Silver Hero just chilling in water, and it's in one of my modern botanical frames that I have up on my bedroom wall. Absolutely love those. So this just looks really pretty trailing down from the top, and I just kind of want to leave it there for now. The roots are doing fine. I could pull them out and like cut off some of those rotted ones, but I don't want to. And then last but certainly not least is my Aglaonema pictum tricolor. That's, I don't know, blooming. It's like, what are you doing? I don't actually know. Oh man, I love all these plants so much that I could not even pick between them, if I'm being honest with you, but this one's probably my favorite, so I'm hoping that it continues to do well as these, because these are not species or genre that I'm used to caring for, so hopefully we can keep them alive, right? And then this one, she's just so pretty. I can't handle it. So yeah, that's all the plants that I imported. So far, only one casualty and 2 that are on the struggle bus, but otherwise I have really high hopes for these plants. And maybe I shouldn't, but I mean, this one I really thought was just gonna come dead in the mail, and it's growing instead, so again, if you guys have any tips, things that you want to add to this video that I didn't talk about, because like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm a plant collector, a plant enthusiast. I have turned it into a business. I enjoy learning about plants, but I don't know everything. It's a learning process, and I appreciate you guys for coming along with me on this journey. And if you have any advice, don't be afraid to leave it in the comment section down below. Just don't be a dick about it. Thank you. And you'd be surprised the things that people say to me sometimes. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will have the links to Aroid Asia and Aroid Market and the videos of me unboxing everything from them linked down below, so definitely check those out if you are interested in importing plants. If you're in a cold area of the country or the world right now, I definitely recommend waiting until it's warmer. They do a really good job packaging, don't get me wrong, but with DHL you never know what the hell they're doing with your package. So just to be safe, definitely wait until it's a little bit warmer. So I'm probably going to wait until March and place another order, because it does take a little while for them to process everything. Between the time that you order and the time that they ship is about a month, if not longer than that. So definitely take all those things into consideration. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this was enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. And I just got more plant mail at the door while I was cleaning up, so we're gonna cut this and then we're gonna do an unboxing. I guess we're just gonna do it right here. I might change my sweater. This is the life of a YouTuber, you guys. We film like 4 videos in one day and just keep changing our shirts, in case you were wondering. So I'm gonna go put on a different shirt, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna unbox these plants together, and I will show you guys that after this video. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I appreciate you, fam. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There is also a join button. If you cannot see it, there's a link in the description box. If you have a hard time getting that link to load on your phone, I definitely recommend using a computer. It's kind of a little bit finicky, so if you do join, definitely pop in and leave me a message and say, hey. I appreciate all of you who have joined already. I think we have around like 8 or 9 members the last time I checked. If you are a member, definitely make sure to check out my members tab. I'm going to put up a post for you guys to leave me your Instagram handles and to let me know what is a good day and time of the week for you to do a live chat with me and the rest of the official plant fam. So let's get these perks rolling. You know, I'm excited about this new chapter. I also may or may not be changing the name of this channel. You will know about it before I do. My name will still be in it. It'll still have Jacqueline in it, but like I said before, I do want to start focusing a little bit more on talking about health and wellness and mental health as well as plants. I think that they go hand in hand, at least in my life they do. So I want a name that reflects that. So moving forward, you guys might see some changes this year, and they're going to be good changes. I'm excited about it. So anyway, if you watched this whole entire video, leave me some airplane emojis in the description box, or some boxes, airplanes boxes, to symbolize importing plants. I don't know. I'm not very creative today, you guys. I'm tired. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I appreciate you, fam. I'm glad you stuck around to the end of this video, and I'm gonna go. I love you. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Okay, goodbye.